I'm going to start laying out the shape for the pond. Waiting for the neighbor to return from work, and I'm going to go up and speak to him about digging this out. The whole renting an excavator and all that kind of stuff. Just easier to go up there and ask him. He's got the equipment. He only lives up the hill, and hopefully we can get this done. Lawnmower and the weed whacker kicking butt. All right, so I dug 3 shallow holes just to see what we're looking at for water wise. And I dug at, that's about 10 minutes old, and that's probably, I don't know, 2 inches of water, maybe 3 already. And then I have had some water was moving pretty hard. Those holes that I dug, this one here is still full. Something jumping around in there already. Something walked through here. I did see the mother bear and the cub on my trail camera photos that I downloaded last night. But I'm hoping that's what our pond's going to look like. Nice, clean, clear water like that. Still running a little bit. A lot of that's from the rain, but I'm going to cut a trail in here over to the creek so I can have a pipe feeding this. But I need to come from over this side here so that I get that downward slope, and then I'm going to have the overflow going out this way. So it's pretty swampy right now. I don't think it should take long to fill. Just waiting for the excavator. I'll check back with you. Well, and just like that, they're gone. The part fell off the excavator, and they don't have the replacement. So, I am out of luck. I knew things were going too smooth, and I am out of luck. So, I'm pretty sure this will be filled with water by tomorrow. It's a 4 foot by 4 feet deep by 5 feet wide by 10 feet long at this point. And the creek is waiting to flow in there. I'm sure that's going to start diverting soon. So this is where we stand. Not much I can do about it. Morning, Crabby Bill here, checking in from Crabby's Pond. Beautiful morning so far. Wish the excavator would have been able to finish this up. I think it would have looked pretty cool, but the pond is full right now, and the runoff is going out where I wanted it to and heading back to the creek. So it looks like this idea should work. I think the water is damn near drinkable. Not. Well, Crabby Bill here. Just back from taking a ride into town. Went to the hardware store and picked up some pipe. Going to use it to control the water that's leaving the pond and put it right back into the creek. I don't know whether I'm going to get the excavator back today or not. I'm hoping to hear something early this afternoon. It's probably only about 2 hours of digging left, but water is clearing up a little bit. It's supposed to get some anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain. So I'm going to mess with this creek a little bit, and I'm going to mess with the outflow pipe is what I'm going to call it, just to see what's going to happen with it. Hope that the excavator comes. I'll check back. Okay, so I guess I'll start from where the water starts. Got a pretty good flow on here. Water's coming in. It's nice and clean. There's I dug a hole back there by the other little creek and put the mouth of the pipe in there. Buried it. I got plenty of water coming out here. And it's coming down, although there's some diversion here. I'll put some rocks in there to direct it a little bit better. It's got a nice flow coming down. It's pooling up here, and then right now it's seeping through where those rocks are. Coming in here, and then flowing into the pond there. So on the other side, I put another 4-inch pipe, and I'll go around there. It's got a pretty good flow heading out. Whoa! Goddamn snake. Almost tread on that one. So earlier there was frogs over here. Well, now we got a snake. But I just opened up one little spot and put the pipe there just to divert it. And it's got a nice flow going right back into the creek bed. So we're only diverting a little bit of water away. We'll see what happens here, but I already had a frog or a toad or whatever the heck it was. A lot of dragonflies, and now there's a snake in there somewhere. Another couple of lengths of corrugated pipe, and I sent it up the creek a little bit more. I got the water coming through. It's not the pipe's not solid yet. I just pieced it together real quick, flowing in and then flowing into the pond here. So once the pond gets dug out further, it'll be right in here, and then I can have that pipe. I could bury it and then use that as like a waterfall, coming out and splashing into the rocks anyway. Also picked up another length pipe over there for an additional overflow. in case that one pipe can't handle it, because it seems the water's going in there now faster than that can drain it. At this point here, I'm just taking this dirt, it's mostly clay, and I'm covering the pipe with it. I'm raising it up a little bit to get the better flow. Once I get down here, I'll figure out how I'm going to connect these a little bit better and keep that water from running out. But I'm going to fill this hole back in after I dug it. But I think this is better. We get a nice stream of water coming from there. Really haven't had any rain since Sunday, so this is flowing pretty good. But I'm going to have to cover these pipes up, so I'll get it back the way it was. Get it covered up. Not even ready for the little guys yet. They're already showing up. That's about the third one I've seen. Already coming to hang out. Well, there you have it. It's in. I got part of the drainage done on the other side. I have one pipe in. I'm going to wait to see where it settles during the course of the night. I mean, it'll probably be filled in the next 2 hours. I got a pretty good flow coming in here. I'm going to walk back across the muck. Just almost broke my neck. But got a really good flow of fresh water coming in there. And the overflow pipe, the first one is there. Tomorrow I'll throw a few dozen more shovelfuls in there, raise it up maybe another 6 inches, and then put another one on top of that, in case for overflow, in case that one can't handle it. So I don't want the water to come all the way up to the top, but I wanted to get a little higher here, so it's a little low on this side. So I'm going to keep filling that spot in where the pipe is, and let's hope this water clears up. Well, Crabby Bill here. Spent the better part of the morning building up that back wall there where the drainage pipes are. I ended up putting 3 pipes in, 2 with caps on them, one and then one about 5 inches higher than the other, and then an open pipe about 5 inches above that. This way, if it gets to the point where those two pipes with the drainage caps get clogged up, it'll get to that third pipe and just wash out. And hopefully the leaves and grass, whatever's in there, go with it. It's Thursday, my last day up here, and filling up nice. Hopefully by the time I get up here again, this will all be dried out and it'll be a little easier to move around, and I could start cleaning up the sides and get some stone in there and dress it up a little bit, and have to get Crabby up here to figure out what we're going to do about decorating it. But it's tough digging, man. That whatever the stuff's called, the guys up here call it hard pack. It's like a clay. Once a shovel gets in it, you got to fight to get it in, fight to get it out. But it's holding up pretty good, so I'm just waiting to check on these drains. Well, it looks like the building a pond episode 2 is coming to an end. I'm going to have to get ready to start packing up to head back to Philadelphia to pick Crabby up so that we can go on vacation for 10 days to Crabby's bar. So I just pulled the trail cameras, the cards on the trail cameras, and last night around 9 o'clock there was a bear here. I'm not sure, there was a cub too, but I'm not sure what time that was. Probably around the same time, and I was out there cooking at 9 o'clock last night. I didn't have dinner until around 9:15. I was out there on the grill. So, waiting for this rain to see how that back wall is going to handle the extra water and see how the drainage is going to work. But I'm going to have to start packing up. I really don't want to have to get cleaned up and then have to go trudging through all that muck again to get over on the other side. From here it looks like we're at least halfway up to the second drain pipe, handling the flow of the water going out. So I think with rain we're going to get up to that third pipe. So I'm hoping to see that before I leave so I know what I need to do. I'll check back. I came out to film a frog that was in the pond, and I just startled that little girl. And when I say startled, I don't know whether I startled her more or she startled me more. But I don't know if you could see it. I have my new sneakers on, so I don't want to walk through the mud. I just got here. But it looks like there's a big toad sitting over there. Also looks like the drain pipes are backed up a little bit. Get in there and clean them out. As I stand in the mud now with my new sneakers. That's a pretty big toad too. The deer's still there. Well, at least I got the dock done. 5 foot by 8 foot. It's nice. Able to sit here and watch the pond. Put a couple of chairs up here. Got that chimney I can bring down or bring up. I just got to trim this end off over here. And then I'm going to call that project done. Okay, so I got a little bit more dirt moved around. I'm trying to walk the same path here, flattening this area out that I want to keep to be the top of the pond. I got to here. But I got the deck on there. I'm getting some more rocks, flattening that area there. I still have to do something with the inlet, and I'm just going to leave the outlet drains the way they are. I'm just going to build it up a little bit higher and cover those pipes. I guess I'm going to have to be satisfied with it. But got a big toad in there, if you could see him, sitting over there under the fern. But flattening out this area right here for rock. I'm going to try to keep it this natural shape. I'll put a couple more lights on there. You know how I love my solar lights. Yep, we're getting there. There's the big toad. I'm gonna try to sneak up on this big toad that's here too, see if we can get him on video without having to zoom in so much. But I guess whatever I'm doing is working, because the water is clearing up. I guess that's skunk cabbage starting to come through. The drains are working. Need to do something there with the water inlet. Starting to get a little path here. This is still looking good. More dirt I gotta knock down here. That's looking good. Back in there. Water's flowing. It's coming from that pool I dug back there. So dump up here. This is a nice one. Yeah. Divot in it. Pick it up, take it all the way down to the top. You can bring your end towards you.
So that way I don't be on the house. My boots on.
Yeah, you can use your rope. Not the only reason why I brought him up here, but one of the reasons. Whenever you are. Where do you want it? Just anywhere you think over there by those other rocks. We can always move it again later, just so it don't fall in the water. Good job, right there's a good spot. Excellent spot. Here to check on the pond. Looks like we got some grass growing nice. It's been pretty dry. I checked the weather station in there and it really doesn't show. Oh, there's a frog. Checked the weather station and it really hasn't shown any difference in rainfall, so there really has been no measurable rain. The pond level's doing pretty well. Grasses are starting to grow in around the edges here at the rocks. So I guess we're not getting the silt in there. You can see down to the bottom there, out a couple of feet from the dock here. You can see the bottom, but we aren't getting any water coming in the inlet. But I see the level is pretty good. I guess the drains are clogged over there too from the leaves. I'm going to go out today and pick up some minnows, and while I'm out I'm going to look for either a pool skimmer or some kind of a net where I can just go around the edges here and scoop these leaves out. The levels are doing pretty good. Grasses are starting to come in a little bit, but I need to figure out why we're not getting the water flow, because I see that there is a little bit of water over here that should be flowing in. This is there was a minimal amount, but I need to find out why it's not going in. I see it's busted through over here. That water there should be going into this pipe, and it looks like it's going out over here, going back towards the old dry creek bed there. So we need to figure this out. See why that's leaking there. Whether this is clogged. There was something, I guess it was a frog there. Maybe that's the problem. Something built a nest in here. There is water coming out of the pipe here. And going into there. I need to dig this out, I think, a little bit more. Well, I'll put that on the list of things to do for today. There is a little bit of water. I can see it coming in right there underneath that rock. So as long as there is a steady flow of fresh water going in, there's a little bit more there trickling in. I'd like to be able to see the water coming off of that metal there splashing onto the rock. But definitely need to get the leaves out. Well, I'm getting ready to head to the store to pick up the roof for this little carport thing, and A nasty branch finally fell off the tree there and landed right here. So I'm going to head to the store, pick that up, come back. I got to go get some propane, some minnows, and a skimmer. So I've got a full day here for the 4th anniversary of Crabby's Mountain Spot. We'll check back. Well, several years ago, when Stephen was probably only about 10 years old or so, we bought a canoe called Mr. Stinky, and we used to take it back in the back bays in North Wildwood and paddle around and go walk the marsh. Well, while we were there, the one time we found a duck decoy, an old duck decoy, and I brought it home, and Crabby was always like, "What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that?" Well, guess what? I finally found something to do with it. And it's out of the attic and in the pond. See? I knew we'd need it. Just down here checking the drains for the pond, and one was a little clogged, but I took care of that. We got some grasses growing. It's like some skunk cabbage is growing also. The duck is in there now, and I just was working over there on the water inlet, and I got to build a better dam to divert that water into the pond here. It needed some work. Every time there's a lot of rain, it overflows and then it washes the one bank away. So I want to have to take a lot of stones, get them in there, get that cleaned up or cleared up. But just put some grass seed out Just planted 3 pine trees. No pine trees up here. So I just put 3 of them in the ground. One right here next to the deck. And we'll see what happens with them. But pond's pretty muddy, but it's holding up well. Water's flowing pretty quick now. And so far so good. Having Steven here with me. We got a lot more boulders picked up and placed along the edge here. Put the smaller ones in front of them. We got a lot of this knocked down back here. We still got a little bit more raking to do. But those pipes are covered there. And we got the rocks all the way over to the drains. So it's not looking too bad. It's going to take a lot of hosing off to get them clean. But they're going nice. Coming around still. We got some frogs that are living underneath the deck. Steven's seen them. And we got probably about 4 of them in there now. We had a problem with the water flow yesterday. We fixed that. And it's flowing nice now. It's a little muddy. We're just back here digging. But knocking this mound down here. And we covered the pipe. We left this open here so we could see what's going on. The 2 water flows come together. The one would be rain, which is this one up here, is rain runoff, and then this is coming from the creek. We got that pipe all covered up, and I'm getting eaten alive by these bugs. Dug a little pond, a little pool there, and that's what's filling the pipe, filling the pond. So hopefully that water diverting in there will keep a nice flow. We had a problem with the pipe in here. When we got here yesterday, we had to dig that a little bit deeper and push the pipe down, but it seems to be flowing nice. It's, all this hopefully will grow over again for next year, and we won't see all this stuff, all this grass that we knocked down. What we got left is taking a break with him. And we got to knock this hill down a little bit, and then we're going to knock this down. Whoa, holy crap. for 4 or 5 minutes without having the video running. So I'll start over. I went into the woods and I dug up some moss off of the some of the rocks down there. I also got a couple shovelfuls of dirt from down there. I planted the moss on the rocks, in between the rocks, etc. And I took 2 packets of marigold seeds and mixed that into the dirt. And then I put the dirt in between some of the rocks, hoping it will get some marigolds. I ordered water lilies. I also took some of the really soggy wood that's laying around. It has moss on it and mushrooms and everything else. And I put that near the rocks. And I'm just going to let that continue to rot and grow and see what grows on it. But I ordered water lilies for the pond. And ordered them off of Amazon. And a company called Wonderful Buy is where they were coming from. But they said I would have delivery by Thursday. And as of Friday night, still hadn't even been shipped. So I have no water lilies to put in there. There's the first turtle. I'm not sure what kind it is. It's coming up for some air. There it is. It's only a little guy. But it's the first turtle. So we got plenty of frogs in there. And oh, I just swooped it out of there. But, although the water is extremely low at the moment and I'm filling it with a hose, you can't get much more natural looking than this. You got the lilies there starting to get some leaves on them. Same as the one over there. We got a couple of lily pads in there. And turtle's back up again. There he is. Cool. If only the water was clear looking. Show you all that. You can see that's where the water's supposed to be coming in. The water should be up over that rock, the flat rock there, but it is not. So I have water from the well running into it, and you can see all the goldfish are right in front of the nozzle for that. Not all of them, but a bunch of them. They look like they're actually growing too. Some big bullfrogs there. Neighbors dropped off more cattails. The ones that I planted over there are growing really nice. The one that I put here, I don't even see it, so I guess it didn't make it the month that I've been gone. But pond is creepy looking, really dirty. I need to take the duck out and clean that off. Not much in the way of grass. Here's the pond. If I can sneak up on them, there's a load of goldfish. Oh, they saw me. Here's a group there. It's loaded up with goldfish, shiners, and minnows. Got a couple of little solar ponds in there. We're building a retaining wall here. Crabby Bill here. Friday, heading for Crabby's mountain spot again. 2 weeks in a row. Heading for camp. Special guest this week. Guess he's not saying hello. Crabby's baby boy, Steven. Can only mean one thing. Lots of goodies in the bags to take up there to eat this weekend. You know, his mom's taking care of him. Heading up here now. Crazy guy was just right next to us, slammed on his brakes. For no reason. Yeah, for no reason. Scared the crap out of me. But heading up to Crabby's mountain spot. Got a couple things we want to do. One of them is enjoy ourselves. We'll check back with you when we get there. What do you got?
I think he just brought me to lift because he wants me to lift something.
There may be some truth to that. Check back. Watch your step there. That's why we bring them. Well, it looks like we got some flowers growing in there. Water lilies. Looking good. We got another one over there that's just about to, it's just about open. The pond's looking good. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get some time. We'll be able to look for this leak. So I don't know if you could see that water running down there, but it's all water coming out of the pond. It shouldn't be. So I got a big giant boulder under there to move. Looks like all in here where these cattails are. So we're going to get that pulled out. See what we can do. Can't make it any worse. It's already leaking. Let's get ready to screw shit up. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
You've done better.
I'll try. We'll see.
No, I meant take what you say. What we're doing, yeah, sure, no problem.
I guess, really, should get the weed whacker. The weed whacker's in the white trailer.
Yeah.
It's,
I know, I saw it.
sold inside. Oh,
All right, so
wrong one.
this.
Yeah, it's the wrong one. The one. Fucking eye. Son of a. Oh, it hurts. Don't laugh. I see you're laughing. Oh, that hurts like a son of a gun. Oh. That goes back.
The whole thing, or just the?
This goes back into the thing, into the trailer. And as soon as you open up the door, there's one that's right on the table, right on your right hand side. I'm gonna repoint this over here. Oh, that hurts. My whole face hurts. Dag. Oh. Crabby Bill here. Here, the hand that's holding the camera, and here on my shoulder. All bit, all hurt. This one and this one hurt the most. This one is giving me a really bad headache. Not like the headache that this one's giving me. Because he thinks it's funny.
Because it is.
Because it is. Well, that's the end of trying to repair the pond. Because yes, that was a beehive or a wasp nest or whatever you want to call it that I disturbed and got stung. I'm going to sit here and drink a water and hope his headache goes away. I'm looking at it swell up in the camera here, right here, and right here. My hand, not so much. My shoulder, just a little bit. But this, oh, right there and right there. Hurt. I want to see if I can get some video of the wasp, even though I just sprayed them again. I'm hoping that they die. Nothing seemed to affect them. We'll check back. I don't know if you could see them. There they go. I mean, they were only protecting their nest, but they didn't have to bite me so many times. I'm not getting any closer. And we're not going to repair the leak. That leak will stay there until winter time. Crystal clear today. I just noticed that while I was over there going into the shed. I can actually see the bottom, which is not all that great, but I could see some tadpoles down there. I see lots of small fish right down there at the bottom. A couple of goldfish over there, maybe 3-4 inches long. But this is where that cat was coming in. Oh, out of the shadow there. The cat came in here. Ooh, the acorn's falling out of the tree. Wind's kicking up a little bit, and these acorns are flying. Dang. You can see where, let me get out of this. That's where the cat was. I guess it looks like it was in here. It knocked over the cattails here. Bent them all up. You can see something was right in there too. Doing whatever cats do. Sneaking up on stuff and eating it, I guess. But water is crystal clear today. Beautiful day out.